Well, it's back, and as you saw earlier, I've been to the customer's house to pick the car up. So they got it back on a Thursday, and they've messaged me on a Sunday evening to say they've gone to drive it on Sunday and the battery is dead flat again. So I've gone to pick it up. When I got there, checked it was only around about 4 volts, so I had to put the jump pack on it to get it started. It's charging at 14.4. I popped round to my friends at MPD over there, got a printout on the car running. Now obviously I'd only just picked it up, so the battery wasn't fully charged yet, but their printout says that the battery is charging as it should do. So I'm a bit of a loss. I mean, obviously the obvious thing is parasitic drain from sitting there, but bear in mind she said it's sitting for 3 days and the battery's drained. I had it sitting outside here, didn't I, for 5 days, checked every morning, always had 12 volts on the battery. It started every single time, it was always charging at 14 volts, so I had it for longer than her sitting, and it didn't lose any power at all. So comment down below, what do you think's happening? What is going on with this car? I want it right for her. It's her daughter's first car. Her daughter hasn't had a chance to get out and enjoy it because every time she comes to it, it's got a dead battery. I mean, normally they're leaving it between weekends before they do it, but like I say, I've had it that long and it's not drained it at all. I don't understand what's going on at all. So yeah, comment down below. What are you thinking? I know you're all going to say parasitic drain, but why didn't that happen when it sat with me for 5 days? Under exactly the same circumstances. Why didn't it happen to me, but it has happened to her straight away again? So I'm going to get the battery fully charged. I'm going to take the battery out now, get it fully charged up. I'm going to take it back over to MPD again and have them run their battery tester on it one more time with it fully charged. Excuse me. So Dale at Car Care has been an absolute star. He's got this C1 that's going to break in from MOT, and he said, well mate, nick the alternator out of that one and bung it in your blue Aygo and see if it makes any difference or not. So that is super kind of him. Again, support I get on this industrial estate between all the guys is absolutely fantastic. MPD, Car Care, Borum Engineering, brilliant. Couldn't have done a lot of it without the help I'm getting. So yeah, really appreciate it. Big shout out to them while I'm at it. So that's now I have done one of these before, and as I recall, it's a real tight squeeze without taking the bumper off, because it's down here and getting to all those nuts and bolts is a bit tight. But I'm going to give it a go because I don't really want to strip the bumper off this car in the car park, and I don't really want to take it off my other one either. So we're going to see if some of my favourite tools won't get in there for me and nip it out. Let's get cracking. So we'll see if we can't get to it with this tool I got off the Mack truck. It's about the only tool I've spent any real money on, just because I've seen how useful these adjustable ones are. And we'll see if I can't whip it out without having to take this front bumper off. But forgive me, I'm going to have to put the camera down for a minute to do that. I can loosen them off and probably get this tool in there to whip them out a bit quicker. I've got to get them loose first because that's only got about 49 Newton meters I think of power on it, so I need to get them loosened off first, but hopefully I can do this. Just got to look for that other 14 now. Plan B, that was well too fiddly. So bumper took me 2 minutes to take off, and it's going to save me probably about 20 minutes of faffing, so I did just whip the bumper off. As I said before, if you're starting out on cars, this Aygo 107 C1 base is just the easiest stuff to work on ever. Highly recommended if you're going to buy cars that might need a little bit of work. So let's get this alternator out. I think give it a clean up before it goes back in again. It's spinning freely, the bearings feel good in it, so we'll give it a shot and see how we get on. Hold on, we've got frayed wire here. Might not be any good this, not sure what that goes to. I'll have to check that out. So the alternator's out, only took 5 minutes with the battery, with the bumper off. That bit of wire I found, I don't think it's actually related to this. I think it come off of something else. I think it was just sitting there because the alternator itself seems okay. So I'm going to give this a clean up, and then I want to get the alternator out, the blue one, but I don't want to take the bumper off. Reason being that the clips on the side are a bit of a pig, and stuff has a habit of never lining up and wanting to go back in again. So I will fiddle a bit longer with that one and do it with the bumper in place. I quite know why I'm bothering doing this. The customer will probably never look down this side of the engine bay, but if I give it a quick wire brush tart up before it goes in, I think I will. So just before I change that alternator out, let's have a quick look. We've had the car sitting here for what, 2 or 3 days now? 12.6 volts. Not lost a thing off it. So if that alternator was faulty, the diode, it should have gone down, but it hasn't at all. Doesn't make any sense. So this now feels like a monumental waste of time, as it's still got 12.6 volts on it, but I said I'd change the alternator, so I will. I've tried doing it without the bumper off. It's way too fiddly, so we're going to get the bumper off and just hope that we can do it in such a way that we don't upset any of the clips. So swap the alternator out, bumper back on, checked it, putting 14.4 volts out. Battery's still got 12.3 volts out, so we're going to give it back to the customer and let's see what they do. Because I'm at a loss. If this doesn't fix it, they've got to be doing something. I don't want to be rude to them, but they have to be doing something to get this battery flat